Now, for the first time, enlightenment and awakening can become our very purpose. Yes, between here and there, we will still play the game of life. We'll create new technologies. If we have created whatever we have created using just basic our theoretical and mathematical understanding of life without knowing consciousness, just imagine what all would come out of our understanding of consciousness. One thing I can definitely see happening is it's going to completely revolutionize travel. Up until now, we have looked at the stars and only wondered. We could have never dared to go there because the distances are so enormous. It almost seems ridiculous that we have been put in this unimaginably vast space and we have not been given the faculties to even go to the nearest star. We can't go to the nearest star. In one generation, if you start, probably an nth generation will reach there. With understanding of consciousness, understanding of travel changes. It is only your body, a limited three-dimensional entity, that cannot go there. But there is nothing stopping your mind from going there. There is nothing stopping your altered state of consciousness going there. Someday, we will discover a way to have this altered experience through another entity, through another agent. Of course, specifics of it will depend on many things, but theoretically it's possible. Theoretically, it's possible for you to be here, your body to be here, and have an experience of being on another planet, around another star, without that experience lacking anything. In fact, there won't even be any difference between your body actually being there and the experience. Because now we know experience is not happening through the body. So we'll completely go around it. We will keep the body where it belongs. We will travel without the body. All kinds of possibilities emerge. Consciousness opens up the world in ways we cannot even imagine. Life, death will boil down to simple principles. There is only life because it is not being created, it is not being generated. Life is a fundamental property. It's as good as saying, what is the fundamental property of space? It is space itself. That is what life is. The fundamental reality of life is life itself. It is a higher dimensional entity. The fundamental reality of consciousness is consciousness itself. Because these are not processes, they cannot diminish, they cannot be taken away. Life is an eternal fact of existence. As a life form, how you connect with that life, how you express that life, and how do you find a way to eventually become that life? You know you're having an altered experience. And the experience is happening through the world of thoughts. So you know the blueprint of your life are basically thoughts. So what happens when the body dies? How can something die within a realm of aliveness? There is no meaning to the word death. It is real only for the observer. I can look at something and say, oh, this person is dead now. Now, what does that mean? It just means I will no longer be able to interact with this person invoke that consciousness of that person, engage with that consciousness like the way I used to. That is what death means. Death is an observer effect. As far as the individual himself is concerned, death doesn't register anywhere because you are anyways living in the fourth dimension in the world of thoughts. You actualize the body whenever it's necessary. Now, as long as that actualizing faculty is within you, which is consciousness itself, death has no meaning. You can actualize the body whenever you want. Even when the body becomes old, even when it dies, you will just take a momentary gap and you will actualize a body that is younger. In fact, young and old really don't mean anything as far as your world of thoughts are concerned. It is the activities that you're doing, and is your body supporting those activities? As long as your body is supporting those activities, you will actualize it. When it stops supporting those activities, you will just reset. And this is such an intuitive, natural process, you will not even know. In that sense, you are always young. This feeling of being old is just somebody else reinforcing this feeling from outside by comparing things. For the individual themselves, how can you feel old? You are not even biological. Your aliveness is not even being generated in your body. It is a non-diminishing, higher dimensional entity. And how can it get old? That is why inside there is no concept of getting old at all. On the outside, yes, we do get old because it's a world of observation. You just have to make a simple distinction between an experience of life and a description of life. In the description of life, there is death. In the experience of life, there is no death. In the experience of life, there is consciousness, thoughts, and the actualization of those thoughts as a body. This is where, as an individual, you have a choice. How long you want to play this game of life, how you want to play it, and when do you want to withdraw from this altered state and move towards your true state, consciousness itself.